Thank you. And I think it's, in my opening statement, I said we need to find out what went right and what went wrong. So I really appreciate the comments of what went right. I'm going to go back to the other side. I'm still very disturbed about the communication issue because we've seen it already in the panel. Ms. Vogel said initially there were some, you had the need to refute poor information and that there were some communication gaps. Mr. Brewer has said that there were some communication gaps, at least as far as 1 car to 5 cars and maybe some other things. And I understand in the haze of what was going on at the very beginning, some of that is going to occur. Senator Stabenow said she didn't know, her governor didn't know that cars were being brought to Michigan carrying hazardous materials, and it seemed as though, even though the EPA has to okay where Mr. Shaw and Norfolk Southern takes this materials, it was a little passing, who's supposed to do it? I mean, Ms. Shore said that Mr. Shaw is supposed to, it seemed to me to be a shared responsibility, but you know, we can't get it. All I'm getting back to is if you're sitting there in East Palestine or in Beaver County, Pennsylvania, you're seeing this huge pile of hazardous materials and you're smelling it. And the reason I'm coming from this as been from a community of Charleston, West Virginia that had a chemical spill in the early 2000s that everybody told us was safe to drink, but it still smelled. And you just lose your trust in what people are telling you. And this is what the neighborhoods and the surrounding areas are doing. So then when I ask the question, where is this material going? Both Ms. Shore and Mr. Shaw said it's going somewhere, but we don't know where. What does that do to trust? I mean, I don't know. Are the trucks moving or not? Were they stopped in Michigan or not? Why were they stopped in Michigan? You know, all these questions, I think just, and then the people living there still have to look and smell and fear. And so I think we just need to get our the transparency of where this material is going, how long it's going to take it to get out, how deep does it have to go, all these questions that people are asking, because they want this over. And that's what you're trying to do, trying to get it over and make it safe. So as we go to lessons learned on the communication, I would just hope that we, in the after report that we know is going to be generated, that this is really a key part of what everybody looks at. From all the different respondents, both from Norfolk Southern all the way to the people right there. Do you know what's burning? Do you have the right equipment? Do you have the right fire fighting equipment? Because chemical fires are different than other kinds of fires. I don't need to tell you your business, but you know all that. And so I'm still very concerned about the communication aspects, and I know Governor DeWine has been right there front and center, and I want to thank him for that, and you all too. So that's my comment there. My question is from Mr. Harrison at ORSANCO. And the reason I'm interested in this is because that Ohio River feeds a lot of our water systems in West Virginia. So what's coming down through there and through is so critically important. ORSANCO does a great job. I know you did multiple testings, but why were you uniquely positioned to respond as well as you did? Your information was coming out quickly. Your tests were coming out quickly. My understanding is your tests and Ohio's tests were coming out much more quickly than the EPA's test. Is there truth to that? And why can you come and respond as quickly as this?
Thanks, Senator, for that question.
We need your microphone.
In ORSANCO, I appreciate that. We have been working to protect the Ohio River as a drinking water, industrial water supply for 75 years. And so through our preparations, I have a great team of 22 professionals and our partnerships. We've been doing this for decades. And so as we work with the drinking water utilities, we have a partner, Greater Cincinnati Water Works, that ran companion testing with us. So we had results that we could put on our website that went through proper QA/QC very quickly. We had the encouragement of Governor DeWine and Director Vogel to get that up there as soon as possible. And so we've been doing that. We've been able to show a map of where the sampling is occurring, and we've been able to update that as we get new results from Greater Cincinnati Water Works. And then we also have our screening data. So this is something that we prepare for. We work closely with our 30 drinking water utilities, our state agencies. And so although this is certainly a challenge, We respond and work through numerous spills, and so this is through preparation.
Anybody want to comment on my communication tirade I just had? Is there a ways to improve that? Or am I over-exaggerating? I'm just looking at it from the eyes of a homeowner sitting in East Palestine, seeing this mess in front of them and trying to figure out when can I make sure that I can bathe my child in the water and feel that it's 100% safe? So do you all have any suggestions here on how to make communications better, quicker, faster, more accurate? Because if you leave a gap, you see what happens in the gap. Ms. Vogel, did you have a suggestion?
Senator, I can comment on one thing that Governor DeWine began doing about 2 weeks ago, is putting out a daily an email and posting on the website a press release that goes out daily that contains all of the facts that you're talking about, to say where exactly the waste is going, how much is going off-site, what sampling data is back, what test results are back, exactly to your point, to make sure that we are providing good information on a daily basis.
Anybody, Mr. Shaw?
Yeah, Senator, similarly, we set up a website, nsmakingitright.com, which has very similar information. It also has updates on how to get in touch with us, how to reach the Family Assistance Center. It points folks to the EPA website and testing data, the Ohio EPA testing data, and I'm asking for input from the citizens of East Palestine every day on how to make that website better.
Anybody else? All right, thank you all. Oh, Ms. Shore? Director Shore?
Ranking Member Capito, I just want to add that under the order, Norfolk Southern submitted a very comprehensive work plan to the Unified Command late Monday evening. It's being reviewed, and I've asked our team on the ground to issue weekly notices of here's the work plan for the week. Here's what you can expect to be done as residents. Here's what you may be seeing or hearing or smelling. Here's who to call if you have questions. And going forward, we will have that weekly work plan available so residents in the community know what to expect.
So I guess what I'm gleaning from this, and then I'll stop, Mr. Chair, is maybe these daily progressions of what's going on should, try to start as close to day one as possible, so you don't have these gaps in communications and misunderstandings and all of that. But I appreciate all of you coming. Thank you for what you're doing for the great citizens of Ohio and Pennsylvania, and we're right in there, right in between. So we appreciate that. Thank you.